Hi, how's everyone doing? Hello. Hi guys, how's everyone doing? Hi guys. Wow, so many awesome people. Hi. How's everyone's week been? What are you guys looking forward to? What's going on? You're tired? What time is it over there? I do watch anime, I do. I watched Whisker Away recently. Again. I watched a few different times. It's cute. Oh, you guys are so sweet. Oh my god, 10:30. That's a long time. I'm in California, so it's not quite that time yet, but that's great. Yeah, Whisker is so good. My name is Steffany. Hi. There's been so much commotion today. Did you guys I don't know if anyone here has, like, listened to it, but there was, like, the UFO congressional hearing. I don't know if anyone, listened to that. There's been so much topic about UFOs and stuff. Like, it's a big deal. I've been seeing it all over my Instagram. I've been seeing it all over, like, TikTok and everything. Apparently, it's also I'm not much on Twitter, but I've been hearing it on Twitter and everything. So, I don't know. I don't know what you guys if you guys have been hearing it, but you should, or at least get, like, highlights on the US congressional hearing on the UFO stuff. Um, the aliens Scully says, "I know the aliens are landing." Roblox says, "It's midnight over here." Oh my goodness. Now, I don't know how I mean, I'm not saying are there little green men in the sky, but I still think it's a big deal that there was a whole congressional hearing on, like, unidentified objects in the sky, UAPs, UFOs, and, like, okay, so here's another thing. This makes me think of, like, the Men in Black. Does anyone has anyone heard about the whole lore on the Men in Black? Um, I feel like there's so much stuff on that, but okay, so I'm gonna read it quickly from the Wikipedia. The Men in Black. So, in popular culture and UFO conspiracy theories, the Men in Black are purported male government agents dressed in black suits. They interrogate, harass, and threaten, and allegedly memory wipe or even sometimes unalive people. Witnesses to keep them silent about what they've seen. The term is also frequently used to describe mysterious men working for unknown organizations as well as various branches of government allegedly tasked with protecting the secrets or performing the strange activities. The term is generic as it is used for any unusual, threatening, or strangely behaved individuals whose appearance on the scene can be linked in some fashion with a UFO sighting. So, yeah, I think, like, okay, there's a couple of celebrities that have ran into the Men in Black allegedly. Um, Dan Aykroyd. I don't know if anyone who knows Dan Aykroyd. Just gonna look the whole thing up there. So let me see if I can find a quick blurb on it. But allegedly, he was gonna have a show and he got a phone call saying that it was gonna be canceled, and I don't know if, like, some people believe that it was a Men in Black or something because he's actually into, like, UFO stuff, like, he has said it. Oh, hi, Chris. Chris. It's so nice to see you here. Um, I don't know if they're real, but there's, like, a thing on Tumblr years ago of, like, the Men in Black, and, like, they were walking through, like, a hotel. Um, okay, I guess this guy had seen something, like a quote unquote, like a UFO or like something in the sky. And then, like, the next day, the Men in Black came to his job at this hotel and they went looking for him. There is some like CCT footage. It was on Tumblr. Some people speculated that maybe they were promoting like the movie or something like that. Who knows? I mean, It's just, we don't know, right? It's tough to say. It's probably, maybe it was. I don't know. I just think it's interesting to talk about nonetheless. Um, so heads I remember the Men in Black being invested in an arcade cabinet called Polybius. The story's wait, what? What is that? I can let's see if I can copy and paste that here anywhere. The arcade, the urban legend. Am I saying this correctly? Poly Polybius? Yeah, I saw yeah, I like, well, I've seen other versions of it other than BuzzFeed, other than Shinrai covering it, more s I kinda like more of the serious storytelling, if I'm being honest, but, yeah, no, I've seen it covered as well on different platforms. Does anyone remember the horrifying scene from Men in Black? Oh, yeah, from the movie. Polybius, thank you. Okay, so it's a fictitious 1981 arcade that I'm reading from the Wikipedia. Arcade game that is an urban legend. Legend describes the game as part of a government-run crowdsourced psychology experiment based in Portland, Oregon. Um, Gameplay is supposedly produced intense, psychoactive, and addictive effects in the player. These few publicity stage arcade machines were said to have been visited periodically by the Men in Black for the purpose of data mining the machines and analyzing these effects. Allegedly, all of these arcade machines disappeared from the arcade market. Oh, well, maybe you could do a story on that one. That'd be fun. Thank you, Solar, for 496. The haunted place. Okay, yeah. So I'm currently in topics of doing some like investigations here throughout LA. We'll see. I'm not gonna make the official announcement yet because I don't want to jinx it. But I'm current Chris, I'm getting closer. I'm getting closer to doing another investigation soon. Um, that sounds like the zombie bite story. What's a zombie bite story? Um, Zombie bite. Is it like a newer game? Oh, it's not coming up. Maybe I typed it in wrong. Yeah, let me know if a story on the podcast. Okay. Okay, yeah, I always like I'm gonna be completely honest, I don't always know all the stories on the podcast side of things, but, yeah, because there's so many stories. Um, but okay, cool. White, Indoor says, "It's an hour difference here than California." Oh, really? Favorite cryptid? Oh gosh, Mothman, Taylor, that's a good one, and The Beast of Bay Road. I'm not familiar with The Beast of Bay Road. Is that like the werewolf one? The Beast oops. Okay, I think the Mothman one is creepy. I think that's an excellent choice because first of all, like, isn't like the Mothman like linked to curses and like whatnot? So there's a whole thing that, like, anybody that runs it into the Mothman is like well, some people, depending, uh, impending doom and all that stuff. You sent a Mothman story, Solar says, "I sent a Mothman story called Deadly Evolution." Okay, well, maybe did you send it to us? I'll have to look into it. Yeah, I mean, I feel like we should do, like, a Men in Black or, like, Solar, you said that game, it was, Polybius. That'd be really fun to do, or, like, look into. There's so many just, like, stuff okay, I think the Mothman is a good one. Okay, so I remember when I was reading into, like, the whole Men in Black thing and Mothman, they're loosely I'm gonna say very loosely tied in. So, apparently, people believe that the Mothman might not just be the Mothman, might be, like, UFO allegedly, 'cause depends on who you ask, attached to, like, alien UFO stuff because when that happened, allegedly, an eyewitness said that there was a guy who was on the outskirts of Point Pleasant, and he was asking people if they saw like something in the sky. And this was when like the Mothman sightings were coming into play, and it almost kind of gave that vibe of like he was inhuman. And then it brings into the conversation of like the Men in Black and how the Men in Black are not really considered like they are, but some people have claimed that allegedly like the Men in Black don't look like people. They like talk very weird and like it's almost like they're aliens in disguise in the Men in Black lore. Give me one second. Okay. Um my name is hard for a lot. Oh, I'm so sorry. I said your name wrong. I was near Los Angeles and I was in Temecula. I'm doing great. How are you guys doing? I know they're the UFO hearing. If you haven't checked it out, you should, just because it is exciting. So the other thing too, I actually this is random, but I feel like some of you guys love true crime and like stuff happening in society, shock, whatever, and all that stuff. Because I feel like true crime and like societal scandal and shock and like what the heck is happening kind of go hand in hand to some degree. So recently, I had the opportunity to sit down with Tom Hurd. So for those of you that are not aware, this week is Shark Week. I think it's like the kickoff of Shark Week was Monday, and I sat down with Tom Hurd, and he's going to be on a show, and I don't know if I can say the word out loud, but I'm just going to say coke. Anyways, sharks, if you get my drift, drugs, pharmaceuticals, okay, get my drift. Okay, so anyway, he was talking about, this is like my fun fact of the week. So he was talking about how like this episode that's going to be on Shark Week it starts today, I believe. But he basically was saying that they have been finding in the Florida, and there's a lot of news breaking out on this. But in Florida, or like the coasts near Florida and everything like that, they have been finding that like our aquatic life, like sharks, fish, and all that stuff, have been consuming coke. I'm gonna say the whole thing, and other drugs and pharmaceutical things, and it's scary because this is like a new discovery in the last 10 years, and so they're still testing out like how are these things affecting sharks, how are these things affecting fish. And I'm sure that a good handful of us love fish and food and stuff, so like it's kind of scary because we already know that plastic has been found, like traces of plastic have been found in fish. But then like, okay, sharks are scary animals, and they're finding like things. And then okay, so there's another thing too. So he was also saying that I think it was like trout, either trout or salmon, I don't remember. But they found like like one of the eyeballs of these fishes had like milligrams on like I'm not gonna say the whole thing, enough to kill a person. So like imagine you're just eating your fish and you're like, whoa. But I mean, I don't think it's like gone to that extent, of course. Um, Again, they're doing more studies on it and they're trying to figure it out. But yeah, Shark Week, today's episode, if you can find it on Discovery, you have to check it out because like, oh my God, they're finding things in fish. And sharks are not scary, but they're intimidating. Um, and yeah, dolphins too. But exactly, we just don't even know like the effects of like what these are going to do to our aquatic life. And even more so, they found like caffeine. They found traces of can't even say it right now because I'm just talking a lot. But they had I can't even say it. What is happening here? But they had found caffeine, they found lidocaine, all these other things in it. So yeah. Yeah, I just looked up exactly Sunny Lunar. You guys have to check it out because it is whoa. Like I know right now there's like the congressional thing happening, but like they're finding drugs in our aquatic life. That's just bonkers. Like um so yeah, check out Shark Week. In short, check out Shark Week. I I'll be honest, like I never thought I'd be a Shark Week person. I mean, yeah, I'll hear people talk about it here and there, but when I sat down with like one of the hosts for one of the shows, I was like, "Whoa, this is crazy." And then I also sat down and I talked to somebody, like they were kind of like, no, they were, or they are going to be on, I think it was on Monday that it launched, but it's called Alien Sharks. And it's not like aliens or anything like that, but it's a whole thing on sharks that looks so out of this world that like, of course people are gonna think that like there there's aliens in the water. Has anyone ever heard that before? How there's aliens in the water? Like, okay, there's a conspiracy that there's aliens in the water. Of course, I don't believe in that because I feel like, have you seen some of these fish? Like some of these aquatic animals, like they do look like they're out of the world. But they found a shark that I think it's like the seven gill shark. But apparently this shark, what the heck? This shark has never had to evolve the way we had to evolve. So like this shark has been here like longer than trees. Yeah. Anyway. But yeah, sorry, I like ran on a whole thing with the shark on the sharks because it's I've been watching Shark Week. Taylor says, I've been watching Shark Week since fifth grade, and you can say aliens are in the water. Take the goblin shark. Exactly, there's like the goblin shark. Um, you could sell the earbud preloaded with stories. Oh, wait, what is that, Scully? Yeah, I mean, and yeah, so he talks about it and like, because there was this whole conspiracy too on how like people actually believe that like octopuses are not from this planet, like that they're alien life. um, yeah, who says, right? Solar 496 underwater horrors are common because we've only explored 5% of the oceans. Much is left undiscovered. And also, I think some things are best left unknown. I mean, yeah, when I saw, when I took a look at some of these like sharks and aquatic, I'm like, whoa, that is very scary looking, but also interesting looking. Um, I feel like that's like the inspiration of like creatures from movies and stuff. Um, Factory sealed fish can hold mercury, a lead-based fluid usually in thermometer. Yes. There's so many stuff that they're finding. Um, have you seen I feel like we're like in this whole alien UFO theme, you guys. Wait, has anyone here had any like experiences with aliens? I'm actually very curious about this. Has anyone here had any experiences with aliens or even seen anything in the sky that you couldn't explain? I'm genuinely curious about this since we're on the topic of like alien sharks and UFO like congressional hearing and everything. Like, why not bring the conversation there? Men in Black, so much. Okay, let me see if I missed any questions. Hi, Cooper. I'm doing great. I mean, I don't think we'll get to. I mean, I don't know. I'm gonna say I hope we won't get to a point where we eat drugged up fish. But I did ask the talent, Tom, he's an expert. I did ask, like, what's their best way to, like, prevent our aquatic life from being polluted with things that because, everything is connected, what we flush down the toilet, what goes down our drains, the trash and litter and everything that gets put into the ocean or flies into the ocean, and really, like, especially with, like, caffeine. I don't know if many people drink caffeine here or coffee or anything like that, but, like, carrying around something that's a reusable cup can go a long way. And, just because you think, like, "Oh, you're not actually in the ocean and, doing anything," it starts by, like, just using reusable things, which, I say that, and I just bought myself a coffee thing. I'm like, "Yeah, I could have done that." Um, I met a guy who's you met at Mr. Wanapon says, "I've met a guy who's seen a UFO." Oh my gosh, tell me more. Maybe we're the aliens. Scully says, maybe we're the aliens if other civilizations were here before. Solar 496 says, one of the biggest squids is called the colossal squid in New Zealand. Oh, we have a whole one preserved in the museum. Oh my gosh. Do you guys remember when the Kraken was said to not be real? And then later they discovered that basically it is. Um, Mac says, I haven't, but my dad has had some strange UFO experiences. Christopher Barron says, closest it gets is I'm fairly certain I saw a UFO right over a building when a family was driving on the 405. Really? Tell me more. Scully says radiation is fire at the atomic level. You saw a ghost, Bella. Hi, thank you, Cooper. Taylor says my family and I were having a bonfire, and this streak of the streak of white, red, purple, and blue dashed across the sky. And I live near an airport. That thing didn't sound or look anything like a plane or a helicopter. Oh my gosh. Mr. Wanapon says he told me about seeing three lights until after passing one of the three lights left the other two. Oh gosh. Okay, so wait a minute. And now that I have my brain going with this, my sister told me she had a UFO experience when she went to visit me in Denver, but she waited 3 years to tell me after the fact. I don't know. Don't ask why. um, but basically, I was throwing a murder mystery party for my birthday. So my birthday is in October, and this is when I lived in Denver. And she had planned to come out and be part of it, and I guess, like, while she was on the plane, she was, I think, by the window, but they were all the way in the back of the plane, like, sitting towards the very back. And as they were getting closer to Denver, they saw, like, an aircraft that did not look like a plane. And it, like, very fast flew very close to the plane and then zoomed out really fast. And it's something that, like, I guess to the people in that row that saw it happening, they were like, that was really fast. Like they've never seen anything fly in and fly out that fast. Don't know what that was. I mean, it's not like I think it would happen so fast to the point that like it's not like they were thinking of taking out their phones and like taking a picture because it happened so fast, which is true, right? I think a lot of people never consider this that like when you're experiencing something that's like so out of this world, so like not normal, paranormal, paranormal, uh, you're not thinking, "Let me get my phone out." You're thinking, "What is that?" And you're trying to discern and find logic into what's happening, and by the time, like, you're finally had processed what is happening, then you think about getting your phone or talking to people about it, you know what I mean? I can resonate with that. There's been times in my life when I've even, like, investigated or done other things, and I'm like, "Whoa, what's happening here?" So Christopher Barrett. It looked like a stereotypical UFO was just parked on top of some skyscraper. Whoa. Yes, please send your UFO stories to somethingscary@snarled.com. Like, with everything happening, like, why not make it into a whole UFO thing? Um, a UFO theme of stories. I feel like there's so many good ones out there. So yeah. Can everyone hear me all right? I just wanna make sure my my mic is working right. Thank you. Okay, perfect. Um, Taylor, oh, and my old house had the spirit of a Civil War nurse living in it. I was the only one who could see them, though I thought they were imaginary until my mom told me her own experiences. Isn't that crazy? Like when you share experiences with one another, that you're like, either it helps you confirm or not confirm things. Who do you think would win in a fight? Who do I think would win in a fight? Chucky or Annabelle? Well, one of them is real, one of them isn't. I feel like Annabelle is not known to actively, like, chase people down hallways and kill them and push them off windows. Um, but I think because Chucky is, like, you know, a character off a movie and stuff, I feel yeah, but even then, like, you only actively out of those 2, you only actively see Chucky, like, chasing people with, like, a knife and pushing out windows and wrestling people and and even the show has anyone been watching the Chucky show? That Chucky show? Yeah. I did. I've enjoyed it. Solar says, "While not a fan of alien stories, I may as well make one and send it in, but I'll wait for a story of mine to be read before." Fair enough, Solar. Fair enough. Feel free to let us know in the chat box what stories you submitted, and hopefully, we can take note of that and look for them. So, thank you, Solar. Um, Either doll can stay far away from me. I don't like dolls. Give me plushies and eggs. Yeah, I have a bunch of plushies. Actually, this one up here is from Build-A-Bear. This was, like, back in the early 2000s, though. I had a friend of mine gift me a Hello Kitty plushie from Build-A-Bear, and, it's no of course, they no longer make it, it's really rare. The clothing item, I don't think I got anything, they just gave me the stuffed animal, and then later on, I ended up buying the Harry Potter Ravenclaw outfit for it. That was, like, later on, not anytime soon. So, um, yes, Build-A-Bear was such a vibe. I went to the mall and they do have, like, a Build-A-Bear, a little pop-up thing, and they actually revamped or brought back Hello Kitty and, Kuromi, and I think they had Kuromi for a little bit. I'm, like, a big Sanrio person as you guys can tell. Um, Disney, Sanrio, all kinds of stuff. Um, Chucky Hor I remember watching Child's Play, and that did scare me so much. Um, but I think out of all of them, I've always enjoyed and can stomach Chucky. What really scared me, as a kid, like, the movies that I feel like definitely made me paranoid, like, paranoid enough to, like, not go to the bathroom by myself, paranoid. Um, and I'll be honest, I shouldn't have been watching scary movies at such a young age, but I had older sisters that were able to watch scary movies, and so naturally I saw things. Pinhead from Hellraiser scared me. That was, like, traumatizing for me. The Blair Witch Project, I saw that in theaters, like, what? I was, like, very young. That scared me. I'm like, "Oh, there's missing people in the woods, oh my god." And then later on, I found out that, like, MTV had a movie award and, that was all fake, which I'm glad, but needless to say, it did scare me as a kid. Um, Rad Bat says, "Isn't it interesting how many movies Chucky had, and all the sequels, the only Child Play remake was the one in 2019." Yeah, that's a good point. Coraline ruined dolls for me. What are your thoughts on the Beldamy or other mother? I don't know what those are. Oh, the characters, right? One of my favorite ghosts is Sayako from The Ring. Okay, I remember The Ring being such a scary thing in high school for me. Like, I didn't watch I don't know what I was doing. I think I was, like, really into anime back then. That was like, "I'm not gonna go to no movie." Um, I'll wait for it to be on, like, DVD. Um, but I remember everyone being so scared of The Ring, and, there was another one that was very similar to The Ring. I did see Saw in high school, and that was wild to me. I think there's gonna be another Saw movie coming out. You know what I'm excited though for you guys? Okay, this is one movie I am happy to talk about 'cause the production company did comply with SAG's, requirements. Talk to Me. Talk to Me, I'm excited for. Yes, yes, yes. Um, I've been trying not to talk about, many upcoming movies due to the strike, just 'cause I strongly believe that the quality of entertainment has dropped and people need to be paid fairly. And everybody's okay, so sorry, I missed some of these things. I saw horror movies as a kid with my parents, like Deep Blue. Yeah, that is scary. That Deep Blue was scary. Tanya, and everybody screamed when the person I think it was a girl got hit over the head by the witch and it was over. Oh my god. The Grudge, thank you. Yes, The Grudge, thank you. Yeah, I went on a whole tangent on, like, the strike, because if you think about it, like, so recently with the whole thing with, like, the UFO congression, I had somebody ask me on my live about, like, the X-Files and stuff, and I'm like, "Oh my god, I love the X-Files," and I've actually been wanting to rewatch the X-Files again, and, when you think about, like, shows like the X-Files, is in this day and age, could something like that exist? I don't think so. I feel like so much like streaming, not that streaming as a whole is at fault, but I think in a way streaming has kind of killed the quality of TV, and we know that to some degree. Think of like that 90s show. Is it going to be as good as that 70s show? No, I think a lot like back then they would take the time to write out these wonderful shows and movies and really have great character development. And now it's like I don't think can really resonate with a lot of characters the same way that we did before like the mid 2010s. And so while like I love movies and I do, you guys have been on the live, we talked about movies, we talked about things. And as someone that's a fan of movies and shows and everything like that, and I've even done promotions for movies in the past, it's like I can't sit by and be like, yeah, let's continue. No, it's a thing. Like if you all love movies and shows and everything, like we should be able to advocate and like really support these unions in some way. Whether if you live in LA, go give out water, go promote their fundraisers or any donations or anything like that. I think it makes a big deal. And that's why, like, I mean, while I like there was an event that I had promised to go before the strike was announced. I'm not going to say what event it was, but I went to the premiere and I didn't post anything about it because it just didn't feel right. Um, and I only say this for people that like, hey, if you're wanting to know more about the strike, what's allowed, what's not. It's like I'm not saying that we should go on this mob against content creators because at the end of the day, some of them need to make money and they're not pursuing unions. I think they're not at fault. What's really at fault here is these production companies and CEOs that are just like being greedy. And think about it, TV isn't as good as it used to be. Movies are not good as it used to be. And I think we need to push for that. I think before any of us push hate towards content creators or anybody online, we need to point the finger back at these production companies. I've seen people online get so much hate. Meanwhile, like if you go to like some of these production companies' social media accounts, they're not getting hate for the same thing. So yeah, that's just my little rant about it. Don't spread hate, but if you're gonna like want to say something, the criticism doesn't belong to the creator; it belongs to these production companies. Um, I used to have a cat named Mulder. Oh my god, I love that, Scully. Red Rad Bat says, my parents went by this logic. They can be killed in the most brutal way, just as long as there are no new yes for our kids. I remember watching the X-Files and Medium. Both those shows had some good yes. Yes. My favorite Snarled one is anytime I get to give representation for Salvadorian stuff. So we did a story on La Lechuza through the perspective of a Salvadorian family, and I will always advocate for those. One, two was also another favorite of mine. I think that was a Korean one, a Korean folklore. Yes, so there is the whole thing on information on the actor and writer strikes in the link below. Please check it out. Again, everything counts. Even if you just like if you have water, snacks, if you don't have the time to strike or you don't have money, sometimes just giving water and snacks makes a big deal. The stories that Snarl made it me so scared, especially the 9-foot spirit and the weird Japan town. Did you know The Ring and The Grudge had a crossover? They did. I'll have to check it out, Radbat. And especially even online support. Like I said, I think before we start spreading hate towards content creators, please don't do that. Remember who's really like creating the strike. And don't spread hate either. That's another thing. But also promoting education on your online platforms is a big deal. So yeah. I just seen so far too many people that like did not deserve hate to get hate online, and that's not fair. Um, but yeah, my little rant. We went from UFOs to movie strikes and everything. But yeah. Pineapples. Okay, who here likes pineapples on pizza? Because that's me. I will eat pizza and pineapple. I'm sorry. Had to be said. Sorry. I like pineapple jalapeno and jalapeno on my pizza. Oh no, Mr. Monopon. Well, I hope we can still be friends. I narrate mostly classics, so it's educational in a sense. Ooh, Wendigo stories, maybe. Um, I don't like pineapple by themselves. You gotta keep giving it a try. I don't know. Actually, here's a fun fact, and I'm gonna look this up, so I'm not talking just out of nowhere. But I'm pretty sure like pineapples are basically eating us, allegedly. Pineapples, yeah. pineapples eat you, apparently. I don't know, I read that somewhere. Um, yeah, so it says pineapples contain this copious amounts of bromelin, a type of enzyme which helps break through tough protein chains. So apparently, that's why some people say that eating pineapple hurts. Bye, Taylor. Did you also know that Lilo from Lilo and Stitch play the creepy girl? No, I didn't. Oh my god, thank you for that. Yeah, there's something with the enzymes. Someone better tell SpongeBob his house is gonna eat him. Oh my gosh. I feel like that could be a scary story in itself. One day, SpongeBob was just sitting in his house, and he was eaten by his house. Okay, I thought I brought my water in here, but I guess I didn't bring my water in here. Someone told me that when they ate a banana, it burns. I don't know, that's really? Exactly, Rad. It's a creepypasta waiting to happen. Like, I could imagine, like, the creepy narration and, like, these, like, very scary photos of SpongeBob as he's slowly, like, decaying in this pineapple house. I mean, I used to hate onions. Scully says, "Onions are super fuel for digestion." Yeah, I used to hate onions, but as I got older, I actually was like, "You know what? They're not that bad." But yeah, no, onions and garlic, I was not a fan of either or, and then I'm like, "Yeah, you know what? They're not bad." They're not. And again, I will stand by. I feel like pineapples and pizza is a great combination. I'm sorry. That's the real controversy here. Unpopular, but creepypasta Brad Bat says, "Unpopular, but creepypasta based on kids' shows kinda suck. The only one I think is good was Candle Cove, and that's not even based on a real kid show." Yeah, I think, there the creepypasta one that I enjoyed, and I know I told you guys about it, I feel so bad because I can never remember the name of it because it was so long ago. It was, like, the orange lady one where, like, there was a creepy smile with the orange lady, like, she always had an orange with her, and, like, when I first read this, I was just like, "Yeah, this is not scary," but the more I kept reading, like, the series of these, I'm like, "Oh, that's scary." I don't know if anyone knows the name of that or know what I'm talking about, but apparently it was like this kid that was like one day at home and his mom had a friend over, and when the mom wasn't looking, the lady would be staring at him and then have like this weird, like creepy smile, and she had like an orange in her hand or something like that. And then like it followed him everywhere he went, like the whole orange thing. I mean, I know it doesn't sound scary, believe me, no, it doesn't. But then you read it and you're like, oh, whoa, this is kind of scary. um Corn, Scully says, "Corn on the cob with butter, salt, and yes." Here's something controversial and food related, cheesy ramen. Wait, I need to taste cheesy ramen. Mr. Wanapa says, "I just don't eat much fruits and vegetables. The only fruits and vegetables I eat are carrots, broccoli, blackberries, raspberries, and blueberries." Hey, that's still a pretty good combination. I know somebody that has never ate vegetables or fruit. That there's like this whole thing with them like having like I don't know if it's like a phobia, but it's just the texture is, like, disgusting, so they never eat either or, and then they claimed that their grandmother lived up to their 90s not eating any of those things. I'm like, "I find that so hard to believe, like, no way. No way. I don't know if I believe that." But I know somebody that swears up and down that that's a thing. Eat your vegetables and fruits. That's all I've always loved I'm more of a vegetable person. I've always loved broccoli, and I love yeah, broccoli, spinach. Um, I think avocados is a fruit, though. Avocados is a fruit. I love avocados. Um, I do, I own all 7 seasons of Tales from the Crypt, Tanya. Yeah, I own the whole thing. Um, I I have it on DVD. It's probably in my walk-in cl or not my walk-in, it's in the one of my bookshelves, I think. Haven't touched it in a minute though, but I remember watching them. I love Tales from the Crypt. My sister used to watch it all the time. But Chucky 53%. Oh my god. Chucky would win over win a fight over Annabelle, right? I'll eat pretty much any vegetable as long as I have cheese sauce. Hey, cheese is addicting. I'm sorry. It is. I own the DVD box set. Yes, DVDs. I still have like some of my DVD player. I have a VHS player somewhere. HBO originally produced it. Oh, okay. So maybe it's on HBO or it's called Max now, right? Who knows? Um, yeah, I'm just laughing at the fact that like how pineapple eats people. What let me see. What are the top episodes from Tales from the Crypt? Okay. Best episodes from Tales from the Crypt. So you have oops, let me go down. Yellow, which is season 3, episode 14. I do remember that one. It is with Eric Douglas and his father are two soldiers serving in World War II. The lieutenant asks his father for a discharge from the army, but his father refuses. The lieutenant abandons his squad and shows cowardice to the general and the rest of his squad. What was the punishment? The punishment was death by firing squad, as ordered by his own father. The combination of realism and horror served this episode of Tales from the Crypt incredibly well. The other episode is Forever Ambergris, season 5, episode 3, which is combat photographer Dalton Scott is constantly living in talented is a constantly living in talented photographer Isaac Forte's footsteps. Oh, so he's like under the shadow of this like talented photographer. In order to surpass Forte, Scott cooks up a plan to take over his life, including having Isaac's wife. The gore and blood is turned up in a notch in the Tales from the Crypt episode with a unique plot. The other episode is Abracadaver. Um, this is season 3, episode 4, where Martin is a research assistant whose surgical dreams come to a screeching halt because of a prank played on him by his now highly respected surgeon brother. To exact his revenge, Martin gives Carl an experimental drug that keeps his brain alive but his body dead. Oh my god! There are average amounts of blood in this Tales from the Crypt episode, but excellent use of twist and dark humor. Oh my gosh. Oh, thank you. Okay, so sorry, I'm gonna read this. We need to start appreciating home media more, exactly. Have you seen the episode The Third Pig? It's the only animated episode of the show and its final episode. I feel like that sounds familiar, but I'd have to rewatch the whole thing again or rewatch it. I can't even count all the horror movies I have on DVD. Oh my gosh, there's well over 200. I have actually behind me, I have the Puppet Master box set that I think I bought like at a convention years ago. Puppet Master. Uh, Tanya says, remember that one episode where this lady was having an affair and she killed her husband? It was snowing and a killer Santa came and was stalking her, and all the while he was just laughing and laughing. Yes, I think I do remember. It's something like that where she wasn't she in a mansion or something too? What did I think of the Rob Zombies Halloween remake? Oh gosh, I know a lot of people didn't like it. um, I I don't know. I mean, it had some elements of entertainment, but I know why people didn't like it. I forgot about that. Um, I mean, I don't know. I mean, like I said, it was entertaining, but was it was it past a 5 or a 6 out of a 10? I don't know. I don't think so. But it's entertaining. I mean, if people wanna dabble into it, they should. Okay, so this one is called Death of Some Salesman. So there's like the other one from Tales from the Crypt. And it says a traveling salesman named Judd is a conniving scam artist selling cemetery plots to the unsuspecting. He knocks on the wrong door and tries to con a family he truly shouldn't have messed with. Pa and Ma and Winona Brackett don't take kindly to being taken advantage of. gosh, taken advantage of. This episode of Tales from the Crypt has some truly grotesque and disturbing scenes in it that all viewers will find shocking. Oh my goodness. I don't think I don't remember that one. There is the ventriloquist's dummy, and it's basically a aspiring ventriloquist who gets a chance to meet the industry icon Mr. Ingalls. Billy is later horrified to discover that Mr. Ingalls' greatest success comes in the form of his shriveled up twin Morty, who's attached to his arm and calling all the shots. Yes, Solar 496. Yeah, you guys need to watch Tales from the Crypt. If you want to get campy and stuff, yeah, there's DVDs on it. um, let's see. There's another, The Dead Right. This is season 2, episode 1. A gold digging secretary is desperate to marry a man who will elevate her social status. She seeks advice from a fortune teller, Madame Vorma, who tells her that she will meet and marry a large man who will inherit a bunch of money and then die shortly after. Kathy thinks she's hit the jackpot when she meets Charlie, but the medium is right in ways that she doesn't want her to be. Interesting. I do remember that episode. I do remember that one. This one is season 1, episode 2, and is called And All Through the House. It's Christmas Eve. I think this is the one that maybe this might be, it's Christmas Eve, and Elizabeth murders her husband and phones her lover to let him know that the deed is done. As she's trying to dispose of the body, she is met with an escaped mental patient dressed in a Santa suit who is determined to kill her. Yeah, that's up there in like the top scary episodes. That's actually the second one. The second one. That's like the scariest episode. And then the first the first one down the list is Television Terror, season 2, episode 12. A tabloid television journalist decides to investigate the home of a mass murderer, Ada Ritter, while recording. Horton and his crew experience a number of paranormal experiences, and it is then that they know that they are in for more than they can handle. Ooh. I feel like these are all like really good plot points. Maybe I should watch Tales from the Crypt. Anyone remember the episode that had Arnold Schwarzenegger chilling with the Crypt Keeper? Yes, I think I do. So Horton here's yeah, I thought about that too. Oh my god, that's good to know. Like all the scary like episodes from Tales from the Crypt. You just It's just such a classic. You guys have to watch. If you guys like scary stuff, you have to watch it. There is another one, not Tales from the Crypt, but it's literally a similar show. Yeah. I'm trying to remember the thing. Creep Show. There we go. Creep Show. Like, how did I forget that? Creep Show. That one is also another one that I just remembered. But I don't know if they revamped it. I think they did. I think they like revamped it sometime. I don't remember when though. So yeah. Solar says you never see a ghost in an apartment complex in movies, probably because if the ghost breaks something, the owner would be, go ahead, and it's not even mine. Do you know that there was a Saturday morning cartoon, Tales from the Crypt Keeper? No, I don't think I did know that. Or maybe I did, but I forgot about it. No, Bobby Hill, I have not watched that show. Okay. Yeah, Creep Show. Creep Show, I'm trying to think. I feel like there's a lot of these shows that like are like spooky, but I'm trying to remember all the names to it, and I just don't remember. Okay, let's see what else I missed. It is a rare name, yeah. What? I'm trying to remember what else, but I need water, you guys. Radbat says it was basically a kid's cartoon of Tales from the Crypt. Even gotten the original VA for Crypt Keeper. Oh, that's so cool. Did it come out after the show or like before? Guys, let me get some water real quick because I am dehydrated. We gotta stay hydrated, you guys. I'll be right back. Okay. I'm like, I need water. Okay. So I think we're coming up with like the last couple of minutes left of this live. And then Creep Show. Okay, I guess like it came out the last show or the last season. I don't know. Came out in 2019, which is wild. I don't know, man. That's some I thought it was like much I'm pretty sure it was much older than that, but they might have like relaunched it sometime. And yeah. Oops. Let me just put this here. Moving my screen. Okay. I saw the Creep Show movie, but not the show. Yeah, I think I saw a couple of the movies. I feel like that's, like, on the list of things to watch for, like, Halloween. Guys, I think we're, like, less than 100 days away from Halloween. Oh my gosh. I really wanna do something fun this year. I feel like when Halloween approaches us, it comes by so fast, and then before you know it, it's like, "Oh my god, it's here. What do I do?" Um so yeah, I don't know. But if anyone has any fun plans or anything that you want to do in the month of October, feel free to share that. I really want to attend a murder mystery party this year. um, so I used to have murder mystery parties at my house for my birthday, but I haven't done a murder mystery in the last like 3, 4 years. Yeah, actually 4 years. It's been 4 years since I had my last murder mystery party. Um, There's a website that you can go to. It's online. I think it's like My Murder Mystery Party or something like that.com. And they have games that you can like they have like the PDF files that you can purchase and host at your house. And when I lived in Denver, I did attend the Playhouse, the Mystery Playhouse. It's in Denver. It's like a live live theater and it is phenomenon. So if you ever go to Denver and you wanted something to do, check them out. It is so good. It's so fun. Um, oh, I'm so sorry you're not feeling well. I hope you feel better. Ever heard of Grisly Tales from Gruesome Kids? It was a British horror kids cartoon. It's surprisingly dark. Oh gosh, no, I have not. Um, Let me jot that down. Um, yeah, Grizzly. Oh, there we go. Is this like the stop animation one? Oh yeah, this is a stop animation one. So yeah, I have heard of it. But yeah, no, I'm excited though. I feel like less than 100 days for Halloween. It's gonna happen so fast. I'm already over summer. I used to love summer when I was younger, but like the older I got, I started to embrace the fall. And that was something that I really dreaded moving to California. I was like, oh my God, like Southern California, like in LA County. It's like I'm not gonna get the 4 seasons. I love the fall and for a number of reasons. I love the outfits, the pumpkin themed like drinks, like coffee drinks and pastries and all of that. And the like just, you know, getting away from the heat. Like I'm so over the heat. So over the heat. I feel like most of us are I think like by the time July hits, everyone's over the heat. Like everyone's like, okay, when is fall happening? When is fall happening? Hi, Drew. Oh, thank you, P Star. Um, no, you're totally fine, Drew. Yeah, we do lives here once a month. I do lives too on my personal account. So there's also that. But yeah, no, thank you for that. We definitely do have some pretty fun lives here on Something Scary. And you guys asked so many good questions. I mostly like the heat when I'm, like, at the yeah, I mean, enjoying the beach is like, beach weather is great. We recently my mom and I, recently went to Malibu. Um, that was, like, my first I should have gone to, like, Santa Monica, but we went to Malibu, and I'm like, "Okay, this is okay," but it was just, nah, not where I should have gone. No, I wanna go to Italy. I like the middle ground. Like, I feel like spring and fall are, like, my happy seasons, but winter and summer, I'm like, "Blah, don't like it." But now that I live here in LA, I do like winter because then it feels like fall to me or, like, coming into spring. Have you ever heard had a dream where you encountered love? Yes, I recently did a TikTok on my account about that. Um, so the story that I shared on there was that I had a dream where my grandmother came to visit me, and my grandmother and I were not very close. And she basically like was telling me about the future. Um, Rad Bat. I want to go to Japan. Have you seen the videos of Disney? Yes. I would love to go to Japan. I'm saving up money for that. Um, my husband and I never really had a honeymoon. We decided that when we got married that we would put all the funds that we made for our wedding, or like the gifts that we received for our wedding to put into a down payment for our house. So we never did a honeymoon. And then we ended up life happens and we ended up moving here to the LA County area and we ended up getting another house out here. So we just haven't really had time to go. And so we always said that like our honeymoon would be going to Japan. And we've been slowly putting money aside for that in hopes that we can go soon. And we're getting pretty close because it's been a minute since we've been putting money aside for it. But yeah, I lived in Denver. So I lived in Denver for a while and then we moved to LA County area. Yes, the story of her holding it. Is it? Is it? Okay, let me look this up. It's been a minute, but thank you for looking it up. You're awesome. Thank you, Radbat. I hope it's that one. It's been in such a long time, and I was like, what this is scary." I don't know. Maybe I was in a different place. Maybe it's not that scary. I don't know. It's been a minute. Um, okay, I gotta give you a fair warning. Story is I'll read it again. But yeah, I think you're right. Thank you for looking it up. Any scary stories from Japan? Oh my god, I think we recently did a scary story from Japan. Um, have ever been hypnotized? I did. So I have done a past life regression. It for those of you that believe in it. If not, that's totally fine. I have done a past life regression, and that is putting you in like this very deep meditative state. And that was really, really good. You just typed in orange lady annoying orange. The annoying orange. That's so funny. Maybe that's why I stopped looking because I kept getting like that orange thing, the annoying orange. Let me see if that pops up. Yeah. Yeah, I think that's why I gave up. I'm like, I don't know what this is. I'm like, maybe I made that up. I don't know. When I was looking for it the first time. But yes, I have done that. Okay, guys, we are at time. And yeah, we're at time. So this was a good live. Thank you guys so much for joining me on this live. And if there's any stories that you guys would love us to share on the channel, please feel free to email us. We do put all the information in the description box of the channel. So it's something scary at snarled.com. But yeah, if you ever feel like you need guidance on that, I really recommend looking at the description box of all these videos. Yeah, let me just double check. Yeah, they have all the information, all our social handles, how to submit a story on Snarled, and the podcast information. So feel free to check us out on those. And yeah, something scary. Thank you. Something scary at snarl.com. Oh my God, I'm so sorry. Yeah, I don't. Let me put this on silent. That is all, folks. I know we had a video come out yesterday, so if you haven't checked it out, it's the Never Listen to the Barbie doll. So feel free to check that out, share with anybody that, wants to hear a spooky Barbie story. And yeah, we'll see you guys next month. Thank you guys. Bye.